what's going on, you guys? This is Madam 81. I am back with you again. This story is about a man that was at a rodeo show, and a young boy did not remove his hat for the Pledge of Allegiance, and he slammed the boy on the ground, and his ears started bleeding. So we're going to get into this little video, and then I'm going to get into the article as well.
A Montana man slammed a boy to the ground, seriously him when he refused to remove his hat for the national anthem. Police arrested Kurt James Brockway and charged him with felony assault of a minor after the incident. The 39-year-old was at the Mineral County Fair when the Star-Spangled Banner was being played prior to a rodeo event. According to a statement from the Mineral County attorney, Brockway noticed a teenager still wearing a cap during the national anthem. The attorney's office says that Brockway asked him to remove the hat, but the 13-year-old cursed at him. NBC News reports that a witness then saw Brockway grab the boy by the neck and slam him to the ground. According to the witness, the injured boy appeared shocked and was bleeding from his ears. In a statement, the Mineral County Sheriff Mike Boone said the boy was taken to a local hospital, but his injuries were so serious that he was later flown to Sacred Heart Children's Hospital in Spokane, Washington. A witness told NBC that after the attack, Brockway told the shocked people around him that he was right to do what he did because the boy was disrespecting the national anthem by keeping his hat on. According to NBC, Brockway is on a registry of violent offenses.
Missoula Mount. A Montana man was charged with assaulting a 13-year-old boy who refused to remove his hat during the national anthem. Believed he believed he was doing what President Donald Trump wanted him to do, his attorney said. Attorney Lance Jasper told the Missourian he will seek a mental health evaluation for Kurt Brockway, a U.S. Army veteran who became caught up in the heightened amnesty and rhetoric gripping the nation, and convinced himself that he was following the president's orders. His commander-in-chief is telling people that if they kneel, they should be fined, or if they burn a flag, they should be punished, Jasper said. Jasper added that Brockway certainly didn't understand it was a crime. Okay. Brockway suffers from a traumatic brain injury in a vehicle crash in 2000 that has affected his decision-making, and Jasper said he plans to raise that in his client's defense. Jasper comments Wednesday came as prosecutors formally charged Brockway with assault on a minor, a felony that carries a maximum 5-year prison sentence and a $50,000 fine upon conviction. A person who answered the phone at Jasper's office Thursday said the attorney was unavailable for additional comment. Brockway, age 39, told a sheriff's deputy that he asked the boy to remove his hat out of respect for the national anthem before the start of the country rodeo. Mineral County Attorney Ellen D. wrote in the document describing the attack. The boy cursed back at Brockway in response, and the man grabbed him by the throat, lifted him into the air, and slammed the boy into the ground. What it's supposed to be onto, but into the ground, D wrote. Prosecutors said the boy was airlifted to a hospital for possible concussion and skull fracture. His condition was not immediately known. Conduct during the play of the national anthem has been an issue in recent years, with some NFL players kneeling to protest police brutality. Trump once called for the NFL owners to fire players who kneeled or engaged in other acts of protesting during the anthem. Trump never necessarily said go hurt somebody, but the message is absolutely clear, Jasper said. I am certain of the fact that Brockway was doing what he believed he was told to do. Essentially, by the president. Everyone should learn to dial it down a bit for the president to Mineral County. Brockway, who is charged with a felony assault on a minor, is a registered violent offender after being convicted in a 2010 charge of assault with a weapon. And this is the end of the article. My feelings and opinions on it, basically, okay, you can cite mental health and things of that nature. Why wasn't he given, I would like to know if he was given a psych evaluation back in 2010. If so, is it documented? If so, why hasn't he received any medication or have someone put in place to help him as far as judgment? That does not give you the reason to slam someone on the ground, a child on the ground, because they refuse to take off their hat and they cursed at you. I'm pretty sure a lot of us have been in situations or in jobs where we had to deal with a customer or a customer's kid or some random person at the venue or the place that we were at, and the child was very disrespectful, and we chose to take the high road rather than grabbing them around their throat and slamming them to the ground. And he wholeheartedly believed he was doing what President Trump, y'all president, he's not my president, with what y'all president told him to do. In so many news feeds, so many rallies that he's done, so many interviews that he's done, and people say that he didn't necessarily go tell him to do that, but for the people that's slow in the back or have this false sense of duty and pride and respect for the national anthem, they cite that as an excuse because he doesn't have better judgment. Which is totally ridiculous. Another thing about the American flag, I don't even salute or stand still during the Pledge of Allegiance. I don't believe in the flag. I don't believe in what it represents now. The flag was founded on the genocide and destruction of multiple groups of people, just to say, hey, we're the greatest country in the world. When have this country ever been great? That's one. Two, when has the American flag represented everyone, and I do mean everyone, whether it be by orientation, whether it be by gender, whether it be by race, whether it be by culture, whether it be by religion. I'll wait for someone to give me that, and we can have a spirited debate on why I believe that the flag is full of shit. The national anthem is definitely full of shit. Anything patriotic is full of shit. Anytime they send poor people to go fight other poor people, people don't see a problem with that. Anytime that they would take the people that essentially built this country and put them into bondage and continues to put them in the bondage. And this is a side note. The FBI has a list of terrorist groups or groups of people that they want to watch. And I want you to know that they rank, and if you don't believe me, you can go look this up yourself. They rank white nationalists as a medium threat. However, they rank black nationalists, or as they call them, black extremists, up there with terroristic groups as Al-Qaeda, ISIS, things of that nature. So I want y'all to sit and think about that for a minute. I want you to understand that white nationalists, white supremacy gets a medium threat, while black nationalists or black extremists, is what they call them, gets the high alert, which means the FBI is actively investigating heavily on black, what they deem to be extremists, what they deem to be, a threat. Case in point, there was this gentleman that has been locked up, and he was at a open gun rally for Black Lives Matter. He was at an open gun rally protesting police brutality, and the FBI, and this is what y'all need to be, people that protest and people that go out and speak out against police brutality, understand that you're being watched. Understand that the FBI is watching you. Understand that you are going to be put on a list, and you are going to, they're going to find out who you are, and they are going to arrest you the moment, the second, the hour that they feel as though you've become a fucking threat. Understand, they'll arrest you faster than a fucking skinhead or a neo-Nazi. Understand, this is how much your country loves you, but you want me to pledge allegiance to a fucking flag that would rather put us in bondage or in a pine box. I think I'll pass. That's a little bit off topic, but back to this crazy Edomite, crazy, Caucasian, crazy Caucasoid, who claims he didn't know any better, assault a child who was, to my knowledge, from reading this article, they don't know the status of the young man. We just know that it was more serious, and I really need people to sit back and really think about that, because where is this justified at? And his excuse is he thought he was doing the right thing because Trump told him it was okay. And this is y'all president. With that being said, please don't forget to drop down in the comments. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Please don't forget to, just express how you feel and when you feel. I'm open to have debates with anyone. If they want to, we can do a live debate, and we can debate, and it can be a very, respectable debate about this topic and many other topics. Until then, you guys, I am Madam 81.